Hello, young friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Young friends, in my last video, I have announced 2 batches for the month of September. And as I announced it, I was rather skeptical about the response. मेरे दिमाग में ख्याल था कि आप में से बहुत सारे लोग अपने रिटन एग्जामिनेशन की प्रिपरेशन में बहुत ज़्यादा व्यस्त होंगे और उसके इमीडिएटली बाद शायद एसएसबी की प्रिपरेशन के लिए आप तैयार नहीं होंगे. You must be thinking of cooling your heels, at least for some time after your written exam. लेकिन I was surprised. I was, frankly speaking, I was too overwhelmed by the response that you gave, at least to the first batch, endowment batch. As of now, friends, 34 members, including me, of course, they are there in the WhatsApp group. And I am not in a position to accommodate any other person because of the limitation of the technique. Young friends, remember, it is not possible for any mentor to entertain a large number of participants in the online classes. मेरा ये मानना है कि ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में नंबर ऑफ पार्टिसिपेंट्स अगर कम हो, ओनली देन द इंस्ट्रक्टर विल बी इन अ पोजीशन टू डू जस्टिस टू सब्जेक्ट. और इसी वजह से मैं अपने ऑनलाइन बैचेस में मैक्सिमम स्ट्रेंथ ओनली 10 की रखता हूं. देन इट इज पॉसिबल विद द स्मॉल स्ट्रेंथ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, इट इज पॉसिबल टू talk individually, have an eye contact, and keep the interest of the class well drawn to the instructor. Young friends, look at the screen. This is the screenshot of the WhatsApp group that I've made for those people who are willing to take the endowment batch. आप देखिए, इसमें there are 34 members. एंड फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग, इसके बाद मेरे लिए पॉसिबल नहीं है कि मैं और लोगों को अकोमोडेट कर सकूं. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर ओवरवेलमिंग रिस्पॉन्स एंड ट्रस्ट. यंग फ्रेंड्स, अभी सेकेंड बैच के बारे में मुझे कुछ अनाउंसमेंट करना है, बट इसके पहले आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर अ फ्यू थॉट्स ऑन द ट्रेंड दैट आई एम नोटिसिंग ड्यूरिंग द डॉजियर इवैल्यूएशन. Young friends, TAT, the thematic apperception test, is the strongest test in the psychological test battery. This has been told to you by a number of mentors. I need not re-stress it. और very unfortunately, TAT में ही maximum सबसे ज्यादा गलतियां, सबसे ज्यादा undesirable responses TAT में ही दिखाई पड़ते हैं. यंग फ्रेंड्स, आप टीएटी के पिक्चर्स में क्या देखते हैं? 3 चीजें देखते हैं. देयर आर अ फ्यू पीपल, persons, they have got certain actions, certain body language, certain postures, certain emotions that you can make out from their appearance, dress, actions, gestures. So आप एक एलिमेंट देखते हैं, persons. ज्यादातर पिक्चर्स में you will find a person who could be given the lead role in the projected picture itself. Next ingredient जो पिक्चर्स का होता है, जो पिक्चर हम प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं, उसका अगला इंग्रेडिएंट होता है few objects. Objects could be man-made, objects could be natural, nature-made. And there's an environment. Man is shown in the environment, and you are supposed to be writing a story why a person is there in the environment, what are the instructions, what is his, I'm sorry, not instructions, let me correct. What are the intentions of the person? What does he want to do in that particular situation? In nutshell, young friends, you are supposed to be writing a story involving the person in the given situation rather than writing a story only on a person, and this way you are disassociating the person from his projected environment. Let us see with the help of an example. Young friends, आज का मेरा इंटेंशन यही है कि आपको मैं एक बार और रिमाइंड कर रहा हूं कि यू हैव टू राइट द TAT स्टोरीज on the person who is shown in the environment. You cannot disassociate the person and the environment. So that's what you can see here on the screen. TAT stories on person or person in projected situation. और यहीं पे बहुत सारे लोग गलतियां करते हैं. They are taking the person in the environment only for the purpose of some recognition. Why the person is there in the environment is generally lost sight of. आइए एक एग्जाम्पल से देखते हैं. ये डोजर इवेल्युएशन मैंने पिछले वीक में किया था एंड आई वाज थिंकिंग ऑफ शेयरिंग माय ऑब्जर्वेशन विद यू, एंड द पर्सन हैज शोन द टेंडेंसीज ऑफ disassociating the person from the projected environment. देखिए यहां पे ये आप देखें कि this is the picture, left hand side a little, top one, and the person has written the story. मैंने उसका स्क्रीनशॉट यहां पर शेयर किया है, लेकिन ये स्क्रीनशॉट थोड़ा सा छोटा होगा, फॉन्ट्स बहुत छोटे हैं, यू कैन नॉट मेक आउट, तो इसलिए मैंने उसको लिख दिया है उस स्टोरी को वर्बैटिम. नाउ फर्स्ट थिंग बिफोर यू कम टू दिस स्टोरी, आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग यू प्लीज लुक एट दिस पिक्चर वेरी केयरफुली. Obviously there seems to be a lady, a girl, young girl. हेयर से आप पता कर सकते हैं, बॉडी के स्ट्रक्चर से आप पता कर सकते हैं. This girl seems to be in her early 20s and she is sitting on a floor barefoot. This is the situation. अब स्टोरी देखते हैं what the person has written. Kiran is a 24-year-old BTech graduate who used to work at an MNC, but due to the recent recession was laid off by the company. Kiran then tries to apply for other jobs but is unable to find one. Kiran realizes that there is an unemployment problem worldwide and decides to open her own startup. She comes up with the idea of making a food delivery app to office workers at a cheaper rate. She recruits a team for technical work and marketing team. Kiran starts looking for investors and through dedication is able to find one. Within 2 months, Kiran is able to launch the app by leading the team, because of which they start earning huge profits. Due to Kiran's leadership, the company goes to become one of the largest companies. Young friends, अब आप analyze कीजिए yourself, you observe yourself that why, if this person is Kiran, let us say in the picture, if this person is Kiran, why Kiran is sitting on the floor barefoot? She is appearing dejected, all right, but is this the environment and the posture which could be related to Kiran's being laid off? Frankly speaking, ये जो स्टोरी है, ये बहुत सारे सिचुएशंस के ऊपर फिट बैठ सकती है. Let's say Kiran is shown in a drawing room, dejected. मेल कैंडिडेट्स के लिए एक पिक्चर है SSB में, जिसमें बैकग्राउंड में लिखा हुआ है नो वैकेंसी. Many of my own students, or for that matter, those people who have sought the dossier assessment from me, They have written almost the same story, that the person has been laid off due to recession, or for that matter, because of some reason, he is unable to find a job, and then he thinks of recovering his position by making a startup. Young friends, समझने की कोशिश कीजिए कि you have to identify. देखो, साइकोलॉजिस्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन पे बहुत साफ साफ कहता है, what led to the situation, यानी there is a situation projected, what is going on. आप अभी प्रीवियस स्टोरी देखेंगे तो you will hardly find any mention or the action and the body language and the posture of Kiran featuring in the story. So remember, friends, you cannot disassociate the projected picture from the, whatever is right, you are writing. The scene of the projected picture must be well integrated, and this is where, okay, your ability to judge, to perceive, that will be, evaluated by the psychologist. Young friends, remember, there is a purpose behind giving you a picture and then asking you to write a story on the projected picture. ये मैं किसी अलग से वीडियो मैं इसमें एक्सप्लेन करूंगा. यहां पर आप समझने की कोशिश कीजिए कि अगर आप एक पर्सन को सेंटर में रख करके स्टोरीज देखते हैं, ऑल राइट, आप लिखें, बट व्हाट लेड टू दिस सिचुएशन, यानी वो पर्सन इस सिचुएशन में क्यों और कैसे आया, what is going on has to be integrated in the given story. Young friends, ये तो बात रही जो मैं TAT के बारे में आज आपसे शेयर कर रहा हूं. Now comes the second batch of the coming month, that is September. So young friends, I'm so much enthused and encouraged by your response that I'm thinking of making even the second batch. Of course, I cannot make it as the endowment batch, but I'm thinking of giving you 50% concession of the second batch, provided the response is a little rich. Young friends, the second batch is scheduled to be from 16th September to 25th September, and it could be considered to be a concessional batch if the number of participants is about 20 to 25. This is the upper ceiling, and if the seat is filled to capacity, I'll certainly consider not 10%, not 20%, but 50% of concession of the normal fee which I used to charge from the students. And the number of participants and the concession percentage, that will be announced a little later. Young friends, the concessions will be given only in the instructions. Dossier evaluation and counseling, that will be optional. However, I may think of a concession even there. Young friends, I'm sure that you will find this announcement a little useful. I'm Group Captain A.K. Srivastava, your psych mentor and counselor for the preparation of SSBs. For psych mentorship, dossier evaluation, and personal counseling, you may contact me on these numbers. Young friends, आज के लिए इतना ही. Thank you very much. God bless you. Happy preparations. Happy Janmashtami. Have a nice day.